Hello, I'm Dr. Brian Gibson, and I'm so excited to be back with you today. And we're going to talk to you about the last step in your personal GPS. Remember, GPS stands for goals, purpose, and story. So we talked about goals and how you're going to need to set correct goals, true SMART goals, not the SMART goals that you're typically are talked about, but goals that will not put limitations on you. How you can get your massive transformative purpose and really figure out what's going on in your life. And the last one, of course, is story. This is the most important piece. This is the most important process that you can go through to really get control of your life and change your world and affect the world in such a way that you make a huge impact and influence on the good of this world. So what do I mean by story? Basically, story really comes down to what you believe about yourself. Now, your story. So if you were to have a book that was written about you, the story that you're hearing, the story that you're seeing could make up this book. But here's who's writing it if you allow it to be done that way. The story can be written by the way you were raised. The story may be written by experiences that you've had in the past, positive and negative experiences. The story may be written by your education, the schools that you went to, the education that you received, the teachers that you had. The story may be written by other things that you've observed, other things that you've noticed. The story could be written, if you're listening, by the news, by social media, by your interactions online. All of this could change and write your story. And the problem with all of that is you're giving away all power for that story to other individuals. So let's take a step back and say, okay, we talked about setting goals, so you know where you're going. We've talked about purpose, so you know why you're going there. And now we need to give ourselves the story that allows us to make it happen. We need to write that story. We need to create that story. So there are three pieces to this that I want to say quickly. Number one is you need to eliminate any voices that are telling you you can't reach your goals, that you can't accomplish your purpose. Eliminate these voices from you, whether they're inside your head or they're individuals you're hanging out with. Limit that interaction in such a way that you can actually move forward like you want to. Number two, stop the distractions. Now, one of the big reasons people don't reach their goals, one big reason that we don't focus and stay on our purpose, is that we allow the world to distract us. We allow social media to take us. We carry a device in our pocket that's with us all the time that is designed to distract us. They're making money by distracting you, by keeping you on that device, whether it's on social media, whether it's on news channels, whether it's on videos, I mean, even just YouTube, all of these kind of things. The distractions are keeping you from doing it. So number one, stop those voices that are telling you can't do it and eliminate any interactions that are going to keep you from being able to accomplish your goals and purpose. Number two, stop the distractions. And number three, you need to access the power that you truly have so that you can actually start to write your own story. I love this picture because it kind of gives you the idea that you're in complete control. You have the power to create your story. Who do you want to be? What do you want to do and how do you want to accomplish it? And then you need to get your mind right so you can really do it. And there are three key pieces to this as well. Number one, overcome ordinary. What does that mean? The world's teaching us that we need to be normal, average, and ordinary. Overcoming ordinary is to step out of that limiting vision of the world and say, I'm extraordinary. I'm going to function in an extraordinary manner. Number two is unleash your limitless potential. So often we set goals based on the limits that we see for ourselves. We make choices based on the limits we see for ourselves. And what you really need to understand is you have limitless potential. You can do anything that you set your mind to. For years, people says, well, you're just not tall enough. You can't dunk a basketball if you're only 5'6". But then a player entered the NBA, Spud Webb, who dunks a basketball. What's the limiting factor? You'll see person after person that don't have arms, don't have legs, and they're making an extraordinary life because they're not allowing themselves to be limited. They're accessing their limitless potential instead of the limited potential that people are giving them. They're rewriting their story without limits. Number 3, do the impossible. My goal for you, my goal for me, is to do what was formerly considered impossible, to step forward, to make a difference, and to really accomplish what a lot of people consider impossible. You can do the impossible. The only thing you need to do is rewrite your story. Rewrite your story with expanded beliefs, without limitations, without listening to those voices that are telling you can't or you don't know how or whatever, and stop worrying about the how and just go. Say, this is what I want to do, and this is because of my massive transformative purpose. And as I move in that direction and I step into accessing the superhuman abilities that come with being unhackable, basically not allowing distractions or other voices to interfere, and stepping into flow, you can make differences in your life that allow you to change your life 5 times faster, to accomplish things and learn things 500 times better than you would if you didn't access all of these limitless potentials that you have. You are extraordinary. You can do extraordinary things. So let's take the step to rewrite your story to become who you want to be so you can reach your goals, live your dream, and truly enjoy an extraordinary life. Hello, I'm Dr. Brant Gibson. This is Concordant Day 21. Write a new story. And what I'm inviting you to do is say, okay, what do I want to accomplish in my life? I'm going to write that story, and then I'm going to work on finding all the tools that are necessary to make that story a reality. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.